It is the biggest debate in the NBA. Who is the GOAT, LeBron or Jordan? MJ 6-0 in the finals, but LeBron recently said that bringing the Cavs back from a 3-1 deficit in the 2016 finals against the Warriors made him the greatest of all time. Take a listen to this.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
For
That's
so
what
many
I felt.
reasons.
I was super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years, everything in sports going on in Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time. You know, everybody was just talking how they were the greatest team of all time. Like, they was the greatest team ever assembled. And for us to come back, you know, the way we came back in that fashion, I was like, you did something special. That's probably one of the only times in my career I felt like, oh, like you did something special. I haven't really had time to really like sit back and think, but that was a moment.
Shannon over here celebrating while listening.
We all need to celebrate. We all need to celebrate Goat Man. Goat Man, yeah, that's him.
Because he says so?
Yeah, don't do that, Skip. Don't do that, Skip, trying to undermine that man's argument.
Is he right?
I didn't need him to tell me that. Tell me what I already know.
You and him, you're the only two.
It ain't over me and him. It's more. More than.
There's some blind witnesses.
Stop doing that, Skip.
Yeah.
And besides, he released this video or it came out on his birthday. Who am I to disagree with a man on his birthday? December 30th.
Today's the day after.
Well, it came out yesterday. So stop it. You know who birthday was yesterday also, Skip? My dog, Tonka Man.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Happy birthday, Tonka Man. There you go.
5 years
No
old?
coincidence that it's born on December 30th.
Really?
Yeah.
Greatest dog ever?
Yeah.
I got one who would disagree with that.
Skip, look. I mean, LeBron's saying this now. Am I surprised that he said this publicly? I'm sure he's stated this on many times privately. With he and D Wade or some of his friends, Maverick, Randy, Rich Paul. I'm sure Savannah's probably heard it a million times. I don't.
Now we're getting to the truth.
I don't need to hear. I know it. And I've been saying this because of his body of work. It wasn't one painting. One painting doesn't make you an artist. 1,000 paintings doesn't make you an artist. But doing what he did.
Wait, that's just one little thing.
Don't do that, Skip Bayless.
Well, wait, so body of work doesn't matter? 3 and 6 doesn't matter
Well,
in the finals? I don't know.
I'm just trying to think. Just enjoy. Because what makes me...
Just sweep all the rest of it under the carpet and enjoy.
If you don't mind me asking, you remember on your old show, who came on your show and said they were going to the parade? Even when they was down, Jenny told I said, Skip, I'm going to the parade. You want to go?
And who backtracked at the last second on that prediction?
I didn't feel good.
You backtracked.
I didn't feel good.
You backtracked. You took it back.
But LeBron called me and said, Shay, I got this. Skip, look, you look at his body of work, and I get it. Now, if
you were stalking him at that parade. You went up there.
I did.
And he's looking at you like, who are you?
No, he didn't. Will you stop it? Skip, look. I agree with LeBron because doing what he did in the fashion in which he did it. This is a 73-9 team. They had the 2-time MVP. The last time he won it, that season was unanimous. And they were down 3-1. No team in NBA Finals history has ever come back from a deficit like this, let alone against this juggernaut. Now, no one thought they could do this. Everybody's like, okay, let's go in the parade. They had already mapped the parade right out. They had already had champagne and everything. LeBron said, nah, bro, I ain't gonna let it happen. Skip, if you look at all the All-Star game appearances, you look at the All-NBA selections, you look at the career, no other player is 28-8-6 for a playoff. He's 27-7-7 for a career. All the triple-doubles. Skip. Now, it's the likelihood that who we refer to as the GOAT has won the most titles normally does not happen. I mean, Michael Jordan doesn't have the most NBA titles. Whoever we refer to as the GOAT, Babe Ruth, or Barry Bonds doesn't have any. And some people refer to him as the GOAT, saying he's the greatest player they've ever seen. He doesn't have any titles. Babe Ruth doesn't have the most. A lot of people say
baseball completely different than basketball. Okay. Only 5 can play.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. And there's no difference between pitchers and hitters. But you can do both.
The reason why I say GOAT James, Bron's the GOAT. The reason why I hashtag that GOAT man, The reason why I say LeBron James is the best, because I saw Michael Jordan win the title on a 57-win team Bulls, retire, and they win 55 games. And a horrible Hugh Hollins call away from getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. I see.
What'd Scotty do at the end of the game?
Skip.
Quit on him.
You can't interrupt me, Skip. I won't let you do it, Skip. I will not let you interrupt me anymore. I'm going to tell you my time. I saw LeBron James leave.
The show over yet, Jim?
No, it's not over yet. We got plenty of time. I saw LeBron James leave Cleveland, Skip.
Yep.
And they get the lottery. I see LeBron James go to Miami. They go to the finals 4 straight times. They win 2. I see him leave, and with 2 Hall of Fame players, they miss the playoffs. Now, I see LeBron go back. They go to 4 more finals. They win 1. He leaves, and now they're the worst team in the NBA. No more questions, Your Honor.
No more questions. I got a bunch of questions, Your Honor.
Okay.
I got a bunch of answers to all those questions.
What'd you make of the video?
When I first watched this last night, and I don't do this very often, I laughed out loud. And then, in the next wave of emotion, I felt sorry for your man, LeBron
Why you
James.
feeling sorry for the man?
Because there's no law against being publicly delusional, especially when you're sitting with your childhood friends, because none of your childhood friends are going to say, hold on just a second, LeBron. Ooh, you better pull back on that one, because what about? So he's saying that because they pulled off an upset, which in hindsight doesn't look like that big of an upset, that makes you the greatest player ever just because you pulled that off? And I know they had a great regular season record.
73-9.
Yeah. Did they have Kevin Durant? No, they did not. Would you tell me about Draymond went in the parking lot crying after that game?
Yes.
That showed you his character. That exposed his character.
Okay.
And by the way, in the middle of that series, he got suspended for calling LeBron James the B word in the middle of a basketball game.
LeBron took it out on him.
So he called what you say is the GOAT, the B word. Trust me, nobody ever even dared to think of calling Michael Jordan that word. Nobody even dared to let the thought enter the very back of their mind. In the deepest recesses of their psyche, they never thought of Michael as that word. And Draymond openly, loudly, within earshot of the first 5 rows, called him that because Kiki Vandeweghe, the administrator of discipline, heard that word, and that was the end of Draymond for the next game. So, again, it was an upset. But was it really an upset? Because that juggernaut, as you called them, it turns out those 3, to me, are overrated in the postseason. Because let's start with Steph Curry. Has he ever lived up to those 2 MVPs in the postseason? No, he's always come up smaller, much smaller in the postseason than he's played in the regular season.
Well, that first one, Skip, he was unbelievable. He could have easily been the Finals MVP. And this last one. Now, the first 2, Skip, I will give you. The first 2. Now,
but the first one, LeBron had them dead to rights. He had them, and that's without Kevin Love and Kyrie. Well, that's one, if you pull that off, well, you can start making a case. Yeah. And in Game 4, I can show you the numbers. You want to talk about coming up small in the King's house? The King came up small. That's the first time they played Golden State. So in this one, in Games 5, 6, and 7, guess what this guy shot? This guy, Steph Curry. Again, he's a 46.
This is about LeBron being the GOAT.
I'm telling you, Steph Curry is way overrated in the postseason. First of all, in the last 3 games, 5, 6, and 7, which they lost to LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love, don't underestimate those other 2 guys. Steph Curry had 7 total assists in those games to 12 turnovers. In those last 3 games, he had 7 total assists to 12 turnovers. And if we can just look at Game 7, Steph shot 6 for 19 in his house, 4 for 14 from 3. And he stunk it up in the 4th quarter. And finally, Kyrie said, get out of the way, give me the damn ball because I'll make the shot if all you guys can't. And finally, who closed the deal? Kyrie Irving closed the deal. So don't tell me LeBron didn't have any help. Don't tell me he did it by himself. Look at Kevin Love's numbers down the stretch.
Skip, just like we're not saying that he did it